Millennium The Musical. Story, lyrics and melody by Debbie Lynn Thomas. Music by Mike Loetto. Scene 4. The Wintons' Lounge. Later that evening, Annabelle is dressed, ready to go out for dinner. She puts on lipstick in front of the mirror and pulls at the top of her dress as if she is too hot.
Where's my mirror? Oh, this lipstick's too pale. Oh, phew. It's always so hot in here.
Annabelle, can you come up here a minute?
For heaven's sake, what now?
Annabelle leaves the room. A few seconds later, Dolly enters slowly, pushing a walking frame on wheels.
Good grief. What's the window doing open? It's like a fridge in here. What's going on? Why is the radiator switched off? Oh, I can't stop in here. I'll seize up.
Dolly shuffles out of the room. Shortly after, Annabelle comes in with Timothy.
Who shut the window? It's like an oven in here. Dolly, she must have shut it. Why must she always interfere?
Anne, what's wrong with you? Why are you tugging at the neck of your dress? It isn't hot in here. You're not that funny age, are you?
No, of course I'm not.
Annabelle tugs again at the top of her dress. Dolly enters the room.
Oh, there you are. Who's opened the window again? I've only just shut it.
I have.
But why, dear? Are we feeling poorly?
No, we're not feeling poorly. I'm perfectly all right. I'm just hot.
And you look it, doesn't she, Tim? You look like a turkey cock. Your face is bright red. You must be coming down with something. Tim, get the thermometer.
I don't want the thermometer. I just want some air.
Tim, get Annabelle a fan out of the conservatory, there's a dear.
I don't want the fan. Don't make a fuss. I'm all right.
I really don't think you should be going out in the cold when you're overheated like that, dear. You could catch your death. Would you like Tim to ring Jerry and cancel?
No, I'm all right. It's just so hot in here.
I tell you what, I'll get you a nice glass of cold water, seeing as you think it's so hot.
I don't want a glass of water. I just want to get out of here.
Stress. That's what it is. I'm always saying to Tim, you're doing too much. You can't do the same as you get older, dear. You're getting towards 50 now. You should be relaxing more, taking it easy. You're not as young as you were. I remember when I was your age, I was always getting hot and bothered over things. I used to run round like an headless chicken, just like you, trying to do half a dozen things at the same time.
I'm not old, and I'm not stressed. I'm just hot. Hot. If I can just get outside, I'll be fine.
I'd get his dad's breakfast and then go and do me cleaning job. And on the way back, I'd do the shopping for tea. There were no freezers in them days, you know. Most folk didn't even have a fridge. You had to buy everything the same day and put it on a marble slab in the pantry. And there were no going out for meals like they do these days either. The nearest I got to being taken out for a meal was when his dad and me used to call at Merton's Chippy on the way back from his gran's. And if it rained, we'd sit on Mrs. Merton's long bench with a long wooden table in the front at the back of the shop, and we'd eat our fish and chips there. We thought we were the bee's knees. Where was I? Oh, yes. I'd cook his dad's tea, and he always made a nice sponge pudding for after. Sometimes jam, sometimes treacle. He liked treacle best. Then he'd come home, and I'd go out again to clean at the bookies down Chapel Street. They think they're hard done to these days. They don't know they're born. His dad worked all the hours there was just to make ends meet. He'd come in from work that tired. I used to sit and rub his shoulders.
Was that after you made the sponge pudding? Or before you went to the bookies? Who's that?
I'll get it.
Annabelle tries to move past Dolly, who moves the same way. Both women go from side to side, trying to avoid each other.
We're both going the same way, dear. You stay there and I'll go round you. That's better. Tim, get me a glass, there's a love.
Who was it?
The lad next door wanting his ball back.
That's the third time this week. Doesn't his father have any control over him?
It was his father that kicked it over.
Well, he should know better, encouraging his son to disregard other people's property.
Don't be so ridiculous. They're only having a game of football.
You used to play football with your dad. The backyard. Hey, do you remember that day the ball went through Mrs. Brown's glass front door and it hit a poodle on the head and knocked it out?
Oh, yeah. I've forgotten all about that. Dad was really upset, wasn't he? Mrs. Brown went hysterical and Dad ended up paying the vet's bill.
And for the new front door.
Yes, the dog always kind of looked cross-eyed after that.
Damn.
What's the matter?
It's this dress. It's not right.
There's nothing wrong with the dress. You look gorgeous, doesn't she, Mum?
You look very nice, dear. Ethel across the corridor from me. She's got one just like it. Only brown. She don't look as good as you, though. Mind you, she is 82. She paid a lot for it. Said it was a designer label, the most she'd ever paid for a dress. I think she got it for a wedding. It was something from somewhere. Where did you get yours from, dear?
Jaeger from Kendall's.
No, that doesn't ring a bell. Tell me another.
Giorgio Armani?
That's it.
Giorgio Armani?
George from Asda.
I don't believe it.
You're looking a little warm again, dear. I'll get you a glass of water.
Dolly leaves the room, leaving the door ajar. She's about to come back in as she's forgotten something and hears Annabelle and Tim talking.
Oh, she's driving me mad, going on about things that happened years ago. It's a lot different now from when I was your age. Thank God. It's the same thing over and over again, waffling on about something and nothing.
Who ever thought it's because she has nothing now? The past is all she has left. That'll be the taxi.
Oh, Dolly, I didn't see you stood there. I'll see you later.
Dolly stands there, alone and upset.
Look at me, Annabelle. What do you see? Do you see yourself when you're looking at me? Look again, Annabelle. Nothing can last. You see the future, and I see the past. Wasn't it yesterday all my dreams were alive? I wasn't living then just to survive. I soared like an eagle, skipped like a lamb, roared like a lion. My life had a plan, and from the moment I saw him, I knew I'd be his wife, my friend and my lover, my soulmate, my life. Then all of a sudden, day turned to night, with a hurricane blowing and a lightning strike. And I knew from the start it would end with a broken heart. Here I am, once again, in the rain. And so, Annabelle, look closer at me. Don't turn away, the blind cannot see. There's more to my life than you perceive it to be. Come nearer, look closer, see me.
Ben knocks on the door and enters the room.
Is she here yet?
Oh,
Sue, is she here yet?
is she supposed to be?
She's supposed to be coming back here. I brought her keys, she forgot it. There'll be nobody in when she gets back. Here, you better have it.
She forgot this. It's the size of an handbag.
Right, I'll go now then.
Is there a young lady waiting outside?
No.
I mean, your young lady. You do have a young lady.
No.
No, a big strapping lad like you. You do like girls.
Yeah, of course. Well, they're all right.
Is there a particularly all right one?
There's Sarah Dowling.
Oh, yes. Is she nice?
Not really.
Well, she must have some redeeming feature.
Her brother works in ticket office at United. He sometimes gets to meet the players and he lets her tag along now and again. She says I can go with him if I take her out.
Ah, you're a Manchester United fan then?
Is the Pope Italian?
No, he's Polish.
Huh?
That takes me back to when me and my Stan used to go.
You? Went to United?
Never missed a game, home or away, till our Tim came along.
Wow.
Ooh, what a team that was back in the 50s. You should have heard the roar when the Busby Babes came running onto the pitch. Deafening it was.
The Busby Babes? You saw the Busby Babes?
Duncan Edwards, Roger Byrne, Tommy Taylor.
Dolly says he came from Barnsley at £29,999 because Busby didn't want him to be the first £30,000 player. He didn't want to give him that pressure.
Yeah, they get more than that a week now, some of them.
And then, of course, there was Eddie Coleman. Snake hips.
Why do they call him snake hips?
With his body swerve, he could send the crowd the wrong way, never mind the opposition.
Here, you haven't got any old United programmes, have you?
No,
Oh.
but I have kept all the old United programmes. They're all in a box under the bed.
But you just said...
I said I didn't have any United programmes, and I don't. There's a T in United.
Not you and all. You're as bad as my mum, always trying to get me to talk posh.
It's not posh, it's correct. Do you have a speech impediment?
No.
Would you deny your team its name?
No, of course not. I never do that.
Well, you just have. My mother said, you are English, therefore you speak English. By missing the T out, you're denying that extra second on the lips. For example, did you ever shout Cantona?
Well, no.
So you were ready to acknowledge Cantona, an ex-player, but not the whole team. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Well, yeah, I can see that, but...
Try it.
United.
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 Break it up. United.
U-N-A-T-E-D.
Good. Now put it together.
United.
Picture this. David Beckham hits a 30-yard ball to Ryan Giggs, who beats 3 players and goes down the wing, crossing the ball to Andy Cole, who smashes it in the back of the net.
Goal!
Now who's the best team in the world?
United!
By Georgie Best, he's got it.
United! 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 United!
Can you picture the scene in the Theatre of Dreams? The crowd are becoming excited. And row after row, they start off each show with all of them shouting,
United!
The clock strikes 3. Are you there with me? The whistle comes out, United they shouts, the team pass the ball down the pitch. The tackles fly in and the tensions begin as the crowd win United to win. Owen breaks free, pass the ball to me, the flag goes up.
Offside!
We take a free kick and we take it quick, catching the pool by surprise. United, United, we're champions of the league. United, United, the best we've ever been. We follow United, they give it all they've got. They're awesome, United.
We won the fucking lot.
Ben.
Sorry.
Beggs gives it to Giggs, who pulls out the tricks and keeps the ball over to Scholes. He's breaking the net with a flick of his neck. The crowd jump up.
A goal! Paul Scholes scores goals, he scores goals. Paul Scholes scores goals, he scores goals.
United, United, we're champions of the league. United, United, the best we've ever been. We'll follow United, they give it all they've got. They're awesome, United, we won the flipping lot. We all celebrate and the feeling is great and the crew restart again. Win back the ball to the thrill of us all, then up pops number 10. Fires it low, just watch it go to the feet of Andy Cole, who with a quick spin turns it in, the crowd shouts,
It's a goal!
United, United, we're champions of the league. United, United, the best we've ever been. We'll follow United, they give it all they've got. They're awesome, United, we won the flipping lot.
My mum's always gone on about me getting a better education.
Then why don't you? You could get a job at United.
Me? Don't talk wet.
Why not? People work there, don't they?
Yeah, but not the likes of me.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I'm thick.
You're not thick. You just don't see your own potential.
Hey, you're alright, you, for an old fug. Is that the time? I better be going.
Where are you going?
Pub.
You're meeting somebody.
No. Here, do you want to come?
You don't want to be seen out with an old fogey like me.
There's a corner near the telly that's really dark. We could sit there. No one will see you. We can watch the highlights.
All right, then you're on.
Scene 4. Abby's lounge. Abby's neighbours, Sil, Mo and Bernie, are slouched on chairs in the lounge. Bernie is filing her long fingernails and Mo is eating a donut.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm sick of sitting doing nothing.
Sick of sitting here and stuffing.
Sick of huffing and a puffing.
Sick of kids I'm always cuffing.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. I'm bored.
I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm sick of never really trying.
Sick of bluffing. Sick of lying.
Sick of kids forever whining.
Sick of living scared of dying.
I'm bored. I've tried to get my head round understanding,
I've done my level best to do my bit.
but it's also very taxing and demanding.
And makes you feel like
Shit. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm sick of life that's never started.
sick of hands forever smarting.
Sick of love it is departing.
Sick of him, he's always farting. I'm an understanding mother and a perfect wife. There must be more than this to life.
I'm bored.
Bored out of their heads, Mo and Sil light cigarettes.
Have you seen her what's moved in number 4?
No, what's she like?
She's a jogger.
A jogger? Bloody hell.
Mo opens a magazine.
It says here you should cut down on sugar and that jogging is very good for you. Well, it wasn't very good for him what invented it, was it? Because he died doing it, poor bugger.
I know. Every morning, 10:30, I hear, da, 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 da. Richard and Judy comes on telly and she goes flying past window. Then half an hour later, she's back, knackered and sweating like a pig. You can't tell me that's good for you. I can't be doing with these health fads. Can't see the point in running round in bleeding circles like an headless chicken. In time it takes her, I've made myself a mug of coffee, got tucked into shortbread, put my feet up and lit a fag. And as she comes flying back past window, I'm there, warm, relaxed, and ready for the rest of the programme. And look, there's nought wrong with me, is there? OK, might be a bit overweight, but who ain't that's normal? And I've got a bit of a cough. But that's down to the bloody weather. And I've got the odd bit of indigestion. But that's 'cause him at Chippy down Vernon Street don't drain his chips proper. Other than that, I'm the perfect picture of health.
Oh, you are, Sil, you are. I'm always saying to our Linda, Sylvia's the typical example of the woman on this estate.
All the others nod in agreement as Abby comes back into the room with a tray of mugs of tea and coffee and a glass of orange juice.
Teas are on the right, coffees are on the left, and there's a glass of orange for Jason.
Mo opens a magazine.
It says here, Aries, that's you, Sil. A child will test your patience.
Yeah, Jason. Where's the little bugger gone now?
He's in the garden peeing under the tree.
Little sod. I'll shout him in. Jason! Get your bloody arse back in here, now. And zip your fly up. What'll the neighbours think? Sorry about that, Abby. His mother has no control over him. There you are, you little bugger.
I'm not a little bugger, and I haven't got a bloody arse. Ow!
And stop bloody swearing. I won't tell you again. Honestly, I don't know where he gets it from.
Mo is reading from her magazine.
It says here, people who swear don't know how to express themselves properly.
Well, I do. Here, drink your drink and shut your gob.
Have you finished your Christmas shopping yet, Bernie?
Have I, Eck? I'm going through the plastic like a pack of cards.
I know what you mean. Our Troy's night trainers cost a fortune. And you know what they're like. They'll only have the best.
I'd like to buy our Sue a little gift just from me. You know, for passing a driving test first time last week. But when I told Bill the price of the gold St. Christopher necklace I'd seen in the jeweller's, he said she'd just have to look where she's going. Miserable get. I don't have any money of my own to buy it with. I guess I could always take up Mrs. Dale's neighbour's offer to clean her house as a one-off. She also said she'd like me to help out at the Christmas party she's hosting too. It would be cash in hand.
I'm finding it really hard now my card's not working. By the time I've finished paying for all the essentials, you know, the ciggies, the phone card and money for Sky, there's now left for other things like food.
In then out you can cut back on.
I have. I've only got the basic Sky package now, plus films and sports, of course, otherwise it's not worth having. My car's down to 2 pints a night now, and I only ring my mum once a day.
Your mum only lives 3 doors up. Couldn't you go round?
I haven't got time. By the time I've dropped the kids off at school and got back, it's Kilroy, then Richard and Judy, then it's dinner time and the kids are home.
Or couldn't they stay school dinners?
Can't afford that. Besides, I like to make sure they eat proper. They always come into something hot. Yesterday were pot noodles.
I hope those kids appreciate you.
Kids, they don't know they're born these days. When I were a kid, I had to make do with me mum's homemade soup. Full of all sorts of bloody rubbish it were. Bits of barley and vegetables.
Oh, you swore!
Shut it.
Ow!
Then the kids go back to school and it's the film, and then they have to start preparing the tea, lasagna or steak pie.
Do you cook it yourself?
Course, but it takes a while to defrost. Then he's home for his tea, and then the day's gone. I've tried cutting down on the ciggies, but by the end of the day, I'm just so stressed out.
Here, have one of mine, love.
Life's a bitch. I don't know where the money goes.
It's mine. Hi, babe. What? Where are you? Well, what time will you be home? What do you mean you don't know? Well, don't expect any tea then, it'll be in the dog. What do you mean, what's the dog's done? Men, a waste of space, a lot of them. Tell me, why do we marry 'em?
Because we're usually at that age when the brain's in a temporary state of insanity brought on by a surge of hormones that blocks any sense of reason. That's when we marry. Then the hormone level returns with our sanity, but by then it's too late. We're shackled and doomed to a life of drudgery and looking after snotty-nosed kids. Jason, stop picking your nose. You should be warning Sue off instead of preparing her for a fate worse than death. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. Charles is a nice lad. They're all nice to start with. When you meet them, they are charming, full of chat-up lines galore. They're attentive, bring you chocolates.
Then they charm you till they score.
Hold your hands and bring you flowers, take you walking in the park.
Stuff you full of crisps and lager, then they grope you in the dark.
I just needed to be needed, someone close to lean upon. Your mother's words you should have heeded. They'll use you first and then they're gone.
Suddenly you're feeling sickly,
Rather dizzy, hot and faint.
then you start to really worry when you realise you're late.
Now you're one of life's statistics. You're a bride who's up the tub.
Where's the groom?
Around the corner, throwing up outside the pub. Hoping that you'll live in clover. Sorry girl, it's Judgment Day. Don't you know your life is over? Here you are, and here you'll stay. Does anyone want another drink?
Abby leaves the room.
Poor cow. She doesn't know, does she?
Can't do.
Somebody should tell her.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Who should tell me what? Come on, if you've got something to tell me, it can't be that bad, surely.
There is an uncomfortable silence in the room.
Your Bill's been shagging Christine Perkins.
What?
Ow.
Christine Perkins? Oh, come on. You don't believe that, do you?
Mo is reading from her magazine.
It says here.
Oh, shut up, Mo.
Sorry, Abby, it's true. We didn't want to tell you, but we think you should know. I'd want to know if it were me.
What do you mean you want to know if it were you? You were the one shagging Pauline Taylor's husband whilst you were at bingo.
Well, that were different.
Why?
Pauline Taylor's stupid. And bingo's a bloody daft game anyway.
I've been there. I hope you haven't been chucking my cow.
No, of course not. That were Frida Burke.
What did you say?
Are you seriously trying to tell me that my Bill is having an affair? Sorry, Abby, but it's true. We've all seen them together, haven't we?
I saw him last week outside newsagents. She had her arm round his neck.
And I've seen them together in the pub talking and holding hands.
No, I don't believe it.
Actually, I better be going. I've got to get our Paul some donuts. Greedy pig goes through them like water.
I best be off too, before that one wants another pee.
Mo, do you fancy going down to Jolly Sailor for a drink and something to eat?
I thought you were skint.
I am, but my family allowance is due. We can call at the post office on the way to the pub.
All the women leave the room and Abby is left alone.
Didn't I sit there on my own, patiently waiting by the phone? Wasn't I always by your side, first as your lover, then your bride? Wasn't I always there at hand? Didn't I try to understand? Wasn't it just the way we planned? What more can a woman give to a man? Didn't I see you once or twice with that girl from Smith and Bryce? You acted oh so cool. Why do you treat me like a fool? Can you stand up like a man when you know the way I am? I was your greatest fan. What more can a woman give to a man? You picked me up and threw me down. I landed at your feet. My clouded eyes were blinded. It was clever, it was neat. But now I have to know, dear, just what I have to be. You see, you've taken all there is. There's nothing left of me. Now I'm sat here on my own, waiting by that same old phone. Does a woman never learn that a fire always burns, but the flame keeps rising high? Guess I'll burn until I die, but I do the best I can. What more can a woman give to a man? So pick me up and turn me round and see me as you will. My head, it says forget him, but my heart, it loves you still. I only hope one day you'll see the woman here in me. Maybe then I'll know just what a man can give to me. What more can a woman give to a man? What more can a woman give to a man? What more can a woman give to a man?
Voice cast: Debbie Lynn Thomas as Abby, Dolly and Sil. Jane Hall as Annabelle and Mo. Dominic Lowe as Ben and Tim. Patrick Mackenzie as Bill, Charles and Jason. Gabby Boswell as Caroline and Ronnie. Denise Eade as Bernie. Katie Rose McQuillan as Sue. Harriet Elizabeth as the narrator.